Welcome to Shomach Shova on the Daf. We're holding in Menachos Daf Lamedalit. The Gemara in the end of Amud Beis tells us the Seder of the Parshas of Tefillin, and we have over here the Machlokes Rashi and Rabeinu Tam. What is the exact order? They both agree that the first two Parshas is Kadesh Li V'Hoya Kiviyacha, but the Shaila is what is the third and the fourth? Rashi holds that the third in order is Shema, and V'Hoya Shemaya is the fourth, and according to Rabeinu Tam it's the opposite. Shema is in the external left side, and V'Hoya Shemaya is internal. And the simon according to Rabeinu Tam is that the two V'Hoya Kiviyacha and V'Hoya Shemaya are both in the middle. And another simon according to the Shita is the two shins, Kadesh and Shema, on the outside connected the shins that are printed on the outside of the Tefillin. Now Rav Reuven Margolios already points out in a few places. The main place where he's Marich Halat is in Agoyes on the Sefer Shut Min HaShamayim. And he writes there a very simple question. How can it be that there's suddenly a Machlokes of Rashi and Rabeinu Tam how Tefillin needs to be? We have a Mesoyos Be'adenu. We always know they had Tefillin for years and years before Rashi and Rabeinu Tam. So suddenly comes Rashi and Rabeinu Tam, we don't know exactly how to do Tefillin. All the years, all the generations, there were Tefillin. So he proves from here, you see, that this Machlokes Rashi and Rabeinu Tam did not start with Rashi and Rabeinu Tam. It started already way before. There are Lashonis in the Zohar that already bring this Machlokes. And Tikkun Zohar Chodesh Daf Kuf Chof Amud Aleph, it's brought down, there's a Machlokes Iu Bein Chaverayo B'Tefillin, V'Shar B'Kodai B'Mina V'Smola Iu. And the Vilna Gaon explains over there, the Machlokes between Rashi and Rabeinu Tam B'Tefillin is B'Yemina V'Smoila, Yemina Hudas Rashi, Smoila Hudas Rabeinu Tam. And Shut Min HaShamayim was written by one of the Rishonim, Simon Gimel. It says, the Oid Shalti, I asked, I'll say the Parshas, but Shabbat Tefillin, and he said, he asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu, through the Malachim, what is the correct Seder, like Rashi or like Rabeinu Tam? And they answered him in Hashemayim, Eilu ve'eilu divrei Elokim Chaim, Ukemachlokes lamata, kamachlokes lamala. Same machlokes you have down here, you have up there. Kadosh Baruch Hu Omer Havayas be'emtza, like Rabeinu Tam, ve'chol pamal yeshel malo Havayas kesidrum. So both shittas are brought down. That this in Shemayim they said these two shittas are correct. And Lamai says brought down the name of the Arizal ben Ishchai says it in Parshas Vayero that in the beginning they thought this was a regular machlokes. One shittas is right, one shittas is wrong. Even here in this world. But came Rabeinu Arizal and talked about Kabbalah, Bipil Yo Zoch LaToiv, She'eshnei Hasvaris Emes. V'tzeich lemeiva tarvai. You have to do both. They always used to wear beit zugas. Because these two shittas come from a very high place. So yesh makom that these two shittas in a special place. The Shulchan Aruch, in Arachaim Siman Lamedalit, he does start by saying Yerushalayim Yitzei de Shneim V'yaseh Shnei Zugos Tefillin. He should have two Zugos Tefillin. And then he continues, he says, if one can't do it, so I want to say that today that's who we are. We should wear Tefillin Sharashi first, and Tefillin Rabeinu Tam later. But then the Shulchan Aruch has a caveat. He says, Lo ya'aseken ela mi shemuchzok u'meforsom mechasidus. Only someone who's been forced to do Ma'aseh Chasidus, he can do this as well. And as the Shmuel explains, if not, it looks like a Yohara. Meaning the Ikar Shita that we have today is Rashi, and although Rabeinu Tam is a Shita, we have Mokar to that, but a person should not do it unless he's machim many other mitzvahs. And it's brought down in the Keseroish, or Sudalit, Harishol Mishiklov said in the name of Chaim Volozhiner, that he asked the Goyen, why don't you wear Tefillin Rabeinu Tam? To be Yoitze the Sveikas. So said the Goyen, if you want to be Yoitze all the Sveikas and Tefillin, so you're going to have to put 64 pairs of Tefillin. And he goes on to explain why 64, all the different Sveikas that you have, including Rashi Rabeinu Tam. There's two other Shitas, you have the Ravid, the Shimush Rabo, and then how you put the Seder of the cloth as it's standing or laying down, and how you write it. It comes out to be you have to put 64 pairs of Tefillin. So mashma, what the Goyen is saying is, for us, Rabeinu Tam is another Shita. Meaning, there's many different Shitas at Tefillin. We have our Lochel Amaisa, or we know it. We're not going to put Rabeinu Tam more than putting the Ravid or the Shimush Rabo. If you want to be Machmer, so be Machmer and all. And I in the Baal Shor Lameshiv, when he Sefer Divrei Shol, and Megillah Daf Zayin Amud Beis, he says there a big chiddush wants to say. He says if Yichshar, I think maybe that's a pshat that in Chutz La'aretz we're only Tefillin the Rashi. Only when Eretz Yisrael, which is Iker Mokam Mitzvahs, that's where we have Rashi Rabeinu Tam. He says that will answer many questions about why sometimes we see there's Rabeinu Tam, sometimes not. Depends if it's Eretz Yisrael or Chutz La'aretz. And the Zohar in Parshas Pinchas, the Reishon Ches Amud Aleph, says a lashon that's Parshas Pshat Mashma that refers to the Shita Rashi Rabeinu Tam, and it says the following. So the Tefillin is Keseder Yud Kevovke Kadesh Li Kaviyacho Shema V'Oim Shemoya. That's the Shita of Rashi. Aval Be'alma Dosi, meaning in Erlam Abo, Havayas Be'emtza Dinun Hey. Then Ve'oyos will be in the middle, and he brings the pasuk Bezois Yishalel Hamisalel Haskel Ve'yadoya. Hey and Hey are in the middle. And the Zohar says that's why you have Bereisha Trei Zugei Tefillin. You can put two Zugei Tefillin. One belongs to Olam Hazeh, one belongs to Olam Haba. The Aruch HaShulchan in Simon Lamed Ois Tes brings the Zohar and explains that the Gemara Pesachim tells us that in this world we cannot say the name Yud Kei Vav Kei. Only the Asad Lava you can say it. So explains Aruch HaShulchan why. Because Yud Kei Vav Kei is very kaddish. In this world we have Yetzer Hara, we have all kinds of bad things, and you can't bring Yishem Hashem in such a gilui. But Asad Lava, you don't need Shmir anymore, and you can bring Yud Kei Vav Kei to gilui. So he says, in this world, V'hoyim Shemoya is the last parsha, because there it says all the tzaris. It says, you'll have bad things. But L'Hasid Lavoi, the last parsha, Shema Yisrael Hashem Akir Hashem Echad, is the time of Achdus Hashem. And he goes on to say that in this world, Rashi, the Tefillin de Rashi is more fitting. And the world to come, that's when the Tefillin Rabeinu Tam will shine. So putting all that together, what we're yaitze from this inyan is that Tefillin Rabeinu Tam is a shita that comes from a very, very earlier source. But there's inyanim in the Rabeinu Tam that belongs to such a high place, belongs to the Asid Lavoi type of thing, belongs to the Eretz Yisrael B'Tikunoi, as the Shalom Yeshu says, that in this world, maybe there's a place not to do it, at least not for someone who is muchzok or mefursam b'chasidus, kalosh Shulchan Aruch. And this is just a small drop in this huge topic of the union of the Tefillin of the Rabeinu Tam. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor the Shom HaChshava Shiurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.